Hey everyone, and welcome to the kitchen. I am Chef Jason Morse for the Colorado Beef Council, and I'll tell you what, very excited about today. Somebody said the other day, ooh, it's almost pot roast season. And I thought, well, isn't every season pot roast season? Because I'll tell you what, this is one of my favorite dishes that is so great to eat all year long. Today, we are doing that Northwoods hearty pot roast. We've got a lot of great ingredients for you. Very easy, right? Because we're gonna go in the Dutch oven today, and the cool part is we can choose to do this on the stovetop at that very low simmer, or I'll even talk to you about how to do it in the oven if you wanna kind of set it and forget it. So easy prep, it's time for us to get started, so let's get cooking. Ingredient wise today, easy but super flavorful, right? We've got that shoulder roast. So we have a beef boneless shoulder roast. We're looking at about 2 to 2.5 pounds. This came right in at 2.5 pounds, and that is beautiful. Nice marbling, and we are set to go. We've got some leeks. We're just gonna use the white and the pale green part of the leeks. Parsnips, I'll tell you what, very flavorful, aromatic. In the carrot family, a lot of good flavor. We have some regular carrots. We're just gonna rough chop. I'll tell you what, my chef's tip, I'm not peeling them. We're leaving that true carrot flavor in the skin. Then we've got these beautiful little red bliss potatoes or red bee potatoes. Those are gonna do a great job. Then we're gonna pick a barbecue seasoning. We've got a rub recipe inside this recipe, or hey, pick one of your favorite barbecue seasonings or meat seasonings, that'll work too. Then we're gonna do a little bit of beef stock to help get everything going. Then when it comes time to finish this off, we're gonna show you how to make the world's best gravy, right? Because you've gotta have gravy to go with your pot roast. Then, like I said, we're going in the Dutch oven, but I'll tell you, super fast, super easy. So let's get it started. We're gonna get our prep done, and then we're gonna go ahead and sear off the beef. First thing we're gonna do is we'll go ahead and get that Dutch oven heating up because we wanna have that nice and preheated. Now, what I did was, let's go ahead and lift this guy up here real quick. We'll take that absorbent pad out, leaving us that beautiful tray that will now allow us to kind of hold the ingredients in as we season this to taste. Now, I'm gonna season both sides, right? I'm gonna season the front, and then I'm gonna flip it and get the back as well. But now, I'm gonna let this sit here for just a few minutes before I go ahead and flip it and season the backside. Get that back all seasoned up as well. And like I said, I wanna get everything seasoned. Boy, I tell you, I wanna make sure I get a very good, flavorful rub into that meat. Now, we'll go ahead and let this sit. We'll let this sit probably now for about 15 minutes or so, which gives us perfect time to go ahead and get some of our prep work done. You can see we have all the prep work finished, right? So we went ahead and seasoned the beef. That is set to go. We washed and cleaned the leeks. You wanna make sure that those are ready and definitely wash them to get rid of any of that dirt. We went ahead too and left the red potatoes whole. Those are a little bit smaller in size, so we wanted to make sure that those came out perfect. Now carrots, rough cut, and the same with the parsnips, just rough cut. I peeled the parsnips, but I went ahead and left the carrots unpeeled. That's it, that's the veggie component. Next up, time to head over to the Dutch oven, get this beef seared off. We'll go ahead and add a couple tablespoons of oil in there just to get things going. Now, this is gonna be nice and hot, so we wanna be very careful. What I like to do is bring that over, go ahead and set that down, let that oil do its thing. Now, one of the cool parts is I'm gonna go ahead and cover this because it'll create a little bit less smoke in the house, but we'll be all set. Now, we're gonna go ahead and sear that off about 3 minutes aside until we get some beautiful, beautiful crust. Well, now that we've added that beef stock, what we're gonna go ahead and do is bring this back to a simmer. We'll put the cover on it. We're gonna let it simmer for about 2 hours. Then it's time to come back in and add those vegetables, finish off this pot roast, and make an amazing gravy. Then, dinner time. Okay, 2 hours of that nice low simmer. I already added our leeks. I added the potatoes. And remember what I said, I left those potatoes whole because I wanted them to just really like steam up nice and just become a beautiful whole potato. Now, you'll notice we have a lot of juice in there, right? That is because we took that simmer nice and low and nice and slow. And then again, don't forget I added a little bit extra broth because I wanted some more gravy. So we'll add those parsnips, we'll add those carrots, just like that. Now we're gonna go ahead and cover it. We've got about 45 minutes to an hour left. My test is gonna be the doneness in the carrots, and then also I'm gonna check the doneness in the beef to make sure it is both fork tender and ready for us to take the beef out, finish the gravy, and really just devour this dish. All right, here we go. We are set. So I'm gonna take this pot roast out. Here's the beautiful part. Sliced pot roast tonight, fall apart pot roast tomorrow. So I went ahead and turned the heat up a little bit because I wanted to get everything started for gravy time. I've got a little bit of cornstarch water mixture here, which is like 4 tablespoons water. Then we added some cornstarch. You want to add this hot, okay? You know, make sure that it has a chance to thicken up so that does its best work when it is nice and hot. And I'll go ahead and stir this around. All the veggies, fork tender, the beautiful part. Potatoes came out fork tender. Everything else is like spot on. Look at that. We have a nice gravy. I'll let it cook for just a minute. I'll turn the heat down so it doesn't boil too crazy. Then we'll give it a taste. Now I'll go ahead and we'll finish it off with a little bit of salt if we need some extra salt in there, which I think we need just a touch. So we'll add that. And then we'll go ahead and finish it with a little pepper. I have never been in more of a rush to finish a cooking video than this because my house smells absolutely amazing. Hey, don't forget today's recipe. You can head over to cobeef.com. That's cobeef.com, Colorado Beef Council website. Up top, there's a tab called Cooking. Click that. You'll be able to grab the recipe. You'll be able to grab today's video and really just devour. I am going to get this plated. And what I did was started off with some veggies on the bottom and then a little bit of gravy over the top, just because, yeah, this is, I'll tell you what, like I said, when people say it's pot roast season, I will eat pot roast all year long. That, look at that right there. That is what you call absolutely fantastic. Have a great day. Thanks so much for hanging out with us. I'm Chef Jason Morse for the Colorado Beef Council.